a voice in my head. Every fear tried to tell me who I wasn't instead. But pressure taught me how to rise, and courage taught me how to decide. I stopped waiting for permission calls when I remembered I was built to stand tall. I don't shrink to the shadows of fear lurking at night. On the wings of courage and freedom is where my wings take flight. I'm focused, fierce, and finally free. Standing in truth, becoming me. I don't dim down, I don't delay. I rise with purpose, I'm here to stay. I trust my voice, I trust my will. I've got the strength, I've got the skill. No matter how difficult the trail, this is the power. The power to prevail. They said stay small, play it safe, behave. But I was never made to live afraid. Found my voice by unleashing it. Increased my strength by fighting through my weakness. Every scar became my proof. Every fall refined my truth. I don't live by default now. I design my life, I know how. I don't wait, I rise and reign.
With perseverance, persistence, and patience, but don't forget the dash of fun, any battle can be won. It's often easier said than done, creating personal change. I still remember the 6th grade teacher who placed the black and white meat in my hands, and that's how I started learning to process my emotions, especially being an only child who didn't have siblings to be able to go back and forth with. Well, recently I found an old letter that I typed to myself, dated back June 20th, 1990. I typed this. I just received a disturbing telephone call. It was from an old boyfriend. Okay, I wouldn't call him a boyfriend, more like an insensitive jerk. He really knows how to play with my emotions. I had really strong feelings for him, but he took advantage of them, and now they've turned to hatred. Here comes the origin. I'm at a point in my life right now that's a vulnerable stage, and I have to keep my guard up. I started developing thinking patterns right there. If I don't, I will be headed for heartbreak once again. So there comes the protection. I'm so afraid of becoming involved with a guy right now. At this point in time, they are all just alike mentality. But there is one guy out there for me, and I will find him, and I shall be lucky in love. I'm headed for success. I can do anything I put my mind to. Sometimes I feel so alone, like there is no one with me except a peanut butter sandwich. Here comes the pattern of emotional eating. Can you see the point of origin? That's why I believe it's so important to write, because we get to learn about ourselves so we can disrupt our patterns. I guarantee I will be happy once more, and I will work until I get it back. I can, I will, I must. So if you're going to create change, the first step is admit it before you can quit it. As I mentioned yesterday, I am changing my eating patterns again. But we have to admit it before we can quit it. I want you to create a quit date for yourself. Some people have to prepare. And some people I'm going to take action right here, right now. The faster the better, I'm telling you. Because your mind will talk you out of it. After you admit it, accept the responsibility. Because if you don't accept the responsibility to create this change, it's not going to get done. Point blank, period. I know for me, sometimes I talk to myself like this. Girl, stop eating all that sugar. No wonder you're cranky as hell. You got to get real with yourself. Keep it real. So after we admit it, so we can quit it, we accept the responsibility. That's going to decrease the resistance to the change. And then we want to create micro adjustments to the lifestyle. What are some of those minor adjustments you can start creating? Sometimes when we do too much, it can be overwhelming. And then lastly, choose. Design the attitude that you want to adopt that's going to support this change. So BMM. The behavior I choose to practice is the mindset I will adopt, and then lastly, after we adopt the new mindset, choose the mood. Oftentimes we think the mood chooses us, and it can. But when we start being intentional, even though I may be feeling frustration, I'm going to choose to be calm. I'm going to choose to be happy. That's when we take our power back. So on today, get excited about what the change is going to bring. I can't wait until, I can't wait until, and you fill in the blank. All it takes is patience, persistence, perseverance, and a dash of fun. It doesn't have to be miserable creating change. You can have a good time creating change. And that battle can be won. One action step at a time. Have you ever had some good soul food and you went back for seconds? Well, this is your invitation to keep eating all you want to eat. Visit me online at queenfidence.com, QUEENFIDENCE. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@queenfidence. Follow us on social media platforms. And more importantly, remember who you are. This is your time, and the time is now.